We now turn to an I-Team exclusive with our partner Telemundo 47 Investiga. At the grocery store or bodega, we all expect milk products to be relatively affordable. What we don't think about is how New York's dairy industry keeps those prices reasonable. But the answer is at the center of an immigration battle that has fear rippling through the industry. Pablo Gutierrez from Telemundo 47 Investiga explains.
From milk to Greek yogurt, from cheese to ice cream, dairy products made in New York come relatively cheap.
Everything we can do to incentivize and build the dairy industry, we have been doing.
But one aspect of the industry that isn't celebrated, experts say, is the vast number of undocumented immigrants who work the farms.
We're taking advantage of that in order to save a little bit more on the price of milk.
To understand the economics and the human toll, the I-Team and Telemundo 47 Investiga traveled hours west and upstate to the places where dairy drives the economy. On farm after farm, we found the truth is complicated, with immigrants frustrated, farmers scared, and both sides angry at the government.
The cows need to be milked 365 days a year, so we need a stable workforce that can stay here legally and work for us.
This farmer wanted his identity concealed because he employs workers who are likely here illegally.
A lot of local people don't want to do that kind of work, and the foreign workers are willing to do that work.
This immigrant who came from Guatemala is one of them. The truth, he says, we step into whatever comes. We do whatever work we need to do.
They work 12 hours, 14 hours, 16-hour days.
Rebecca Fuentes is an organizer with the Workers' Center of Central New York. The advocacy group estimates that 93% of dairy workers in the state are here undocumented.
They don't have to pay overtime. They don't have to give a day off.
But on farms across the state, we found one issue that's far more urgent. There is fear, says Arminio, fear they're gonna ask for your papers. The I-Team and Telemundo 47 Investiga found the crackdown on undocumented immigrants by the Trump administration is driving workers into the shadows and has farmers living on edge.
And when they get picked up by immigration, what happens to you guys?
It's very emotional and very traumatic, both for the farm owners and the other workers on the farm.
The fear is real enough that an industry group recently issued a dire warning that deporting all undocumented workers in New York could kill more than 1,000 farms. At the same time, there is no evidence ICE raids have increased in the region. Beth Lyon is an attorney at Cornell University and a national expert on immigration policies.
It's not efficient for a dairy producer to wake up in the morning not knowing if ICE is going to come and raid their property. Nobody wants that.
What would be a solution to all of this?
So we need something that allows year-round workers to stay here and be able to work and move freely in communities.
He's talking about temporary H-2A visas for workers. The government issues them to seasonal workers on fruit and vegetable farms for up to 10 months, but they are not allowed for dairy workers.
The answer is to let that person stay here, give them a possibility of adjusting to permanent residence.
Legislation introduced this year in Washington is seeking to change the H-2A visa program. The Family Farm Relief Act of 2017 would grant legal status to dairy workers for up to 5 years. I'm Pablo Gutierrez, NBC4, New York.